Fort Stewart, a gunman who shot soldiers at Fort Stewart. We getting there. We getting there. So yesterday, people during the live stream was like, "Oh my God, they got a lockdown over there at Fort Stewart." I said, "Okay, well, let's get some details, and we gonna figure it out from there."
Top story: 5 soldiers are recovering tonight after a fellow brother in arms and co-worker opened fire at Fort Stewart.
That suspect is now in custody, and military officials tell WSAV that he carried out the shooting with his own personal gun, not a military-issued firearm. That detail is raising new questions tonight about how an active duty soldier was able to bring his own gun onto one of the country's biggest military installations. The alleged gunman was taken down by other soldiers who tackled him to the ground. WSAV's Qualey is live outside Fort Stewart tonight with how the attack unfolded and the questions that remain.
Yes, Ben, Tina, so the threat is over here now at Fort Stewart, but this incident has certainly sent some shockwaves through the post and the community. This as 5 soldiers are now recovering from an act of violence that was allegedly perpetrated by one of their own. Many with loved ones on Fort Stewart today left to wonder who was among the 5 injured, like Katie Peltier, who was worrying after her husband.
Sudden, my phone started dinging, and I was just overwhelmed with messages, but thankfully one of them was him, and he was, letting me know, hey, we're in lockdown and we don't really have any details.
But not everyone got that same message today, letting them know their loved one was okay.
I am landline with Fort Stewart on the 911 call. They have an active shooter on Fort Stewart.
Soldiers scrambling for safety from a threat most of them never thought they'd face here at home.
It's wrong. We have identified the alleged shooter as Sergeant Cornelius Radford, an automated logistics sergeant assigned to 2nd Brigade Combat Team.
You had a brother that turned on a brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's really hard to stomach, but it's also, hard for morale all around. It would be hard to trust. And the thing about being in the Army for so long, you got to be able to trust your leaders. You got to be able to trust those that, you fight with, you do life with.
A close-knit military community grappling with how and why one of their own would do something like this.
Right now, our primary focus is first on caring for our injured soldiers and their families, and also supporting the soldiers of the Spartan Brigade. All of the families of the victims have been notified, and we're wrapping our arms around them and ensuring we provide them all the support that we can. I would also like to thank the brave soldiers who immediately intervened and subdued the shooter. These soldiers, without a doubt, prevented further casualties.
Orders to bring charges against the alleged shooter coming from the top down Wednesday afternoon.
We're not going to forget what happened. We're going to take very good care of this person that did this horrible person.
Right now, we're awaiting more on the condition of the 3 out of 5 soldiers who did require surgery, other than we know the fact that they're in stable condition. As for the suspect, Cornelius Radford, he is currently in custody with the Army Criminal Investigation Division. Reporting on Fort Stewart, Qualey, WSAV News 3 on your.
What's going on at all of these Army bases? It's like, y'all eventually every single year, it seems like at some point, well, maybe not every year, at least it's a scare every year. And then it's like every other year, somebody going, they shoot up a base, and that just happens. What's up with all what's going on at these bases? What I'm starting to realize, the more that I talk to y'all and the more that I have conversations with y'all about, yeah, I'm on it, Sabrina, about what's going on at these Army bases, the more I'm realizing, and I hate to say this, and I hate to say it, but I gotta say it. I gotta say the uncomfortable part out loud. I gotta say it. I can't ignore it. I gotta say it. It seems like, honestly, a lot of the people that enroll in the military, oh, this is about to be uncomfortable. Seems like a lot of the people that enroll in the military are a little bit cuckoo. Y'all, some of y'all crazy. Someone at the military base was messing with him and just shot him. You never know what people are going through. Okay, so how is that any different from what happens in prison? Not just the person that's shooting, but also the bullying. Not just the person that's in prison, but also the bullying. How is it any different from how they doing in prison? How they doing prison people in prison? No, listen. I get too many stories. You know what happens when I talk to people that say, "Oh man, I was in the military," or bro, the worst stories ever come from people that say that they were in the military. And I'm not even talking about like that are deployed and fighting. I'm talking about the people that be on base. Now, if I'm off, tell me I'm off. But everything that I hear from people in the military, everybody's sleeping with everybody's wives. The divorce proceedings are the worst ever. The wives and the women or the people that get married, they do the worst domestic violence. They go and report to your superior officer and then you can get kicked out. All of that stuff. Bro, honestly, I hear the worst of society usually happens at a military base. And I don't know if it's the people that's at the military base, if it's the stuff that drive y'all at the military base to go crazy, the bullying, you never know what people went through. He just went and shot everybody. What the fuck you mean he just went and shot everybody? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Honestly, what are you talking about? I hear the worst. Man, my girl, bro. Yeah, bro. What happened to her? Man, on base. They always telling me that's what they always lead with. On base. What do you mean on base? On base, bro. Things, man, on base is crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. What happened to your girl? She she told my superior officer, bro, because I caught her cheating. So then she gonna lie to my superior officer and tell him that I was abusive. Was you abusive? No, man, she crazy. Where was y'all at? On base. On base. On base. So wait a minute. You telling me that y'all just be on base because y'all got sex demons on base. I'ma just be for real with y'all. For whatever reason, I know it's true, Brandy. I know it's true. For whatever reason, people that go on base, they just jackrabbits. I don't know if y'all just exerting a lot of calories. I don't know what's going on base. So what's the women like that's in the military, man? Oh, the women that's on base. Oh, they different. Don't let them fool you, bro. So wait a minute, you saying that the women that's on base is worse than the women in the streets? Man, they different, bro. They different. They busted it down for everybody. So wait a minute, the women that's on base is being bustos? Yeah. So wait, all right. So you telling me not only can we can't talk to stewardess on the planes. We can't talk to flight attendants. All right, cool. Women in flight attendant, no. Nursing women, no. Plant women, no. Receptionists, no. Call center women, no. Cool. Got it. Got all of those. Personal assistants, no. They usually talking to the boss. Got it. Okay. All right. Women with no fathers, no. Single baby mamas, no. Women with purple hair, no. Kamala Harris voters, no. Anybody else? Don't talk to women that's been in the military, though. On base, no. What do you mean? So the women that's in the military fighting for our country? Man, let me tell you, time, dog. Dog, if I tell you some stories, this is what they be telling me. If I tell you what be happening on base, man, you got to promise not to ever mention my name. Don't ever mention my name. Staff Sergeant, smiley face. Staff Sergeant, smiley face, bro. She crazy, but she got that good. She got that good, dog. Like they different on base. What do you mean they different on base? What are they doing? On base, the women on base, They like men with the D. You know what I'm saying? They don't just let you put the tip in. They beg for it. And then they can't get enough. They can't get enough. What? Is that what's happening? I'm telling you, bro. For whatever reason, y'all describe the military like a co-ed prison. Y'all do the same thing that the people in the prison do in the military, except for y'all got guns. And they got women and men in there too. I said, really? Is that what happened? Man, they crazy, Ton. Don't ever join the military. All right, you ain't ever got to worry about that, bro. Y'all different. Y'all just different.
It was an incredibly fast response, and I do attribute this to the training that this installation has done and the teams here have done. So at approximately 10:56, the incident was reported, and that went out over sort of an all-calls net. That triggered a lot of responses.
Look at what Brandon Gordon says. Threesomes is just normal in the military. What? What do you mean? Now, Brandon, I need you to clarify, and it's the reason why I need you to clarify, Brandon, all right? I need you to clarify because it's the difference between a threesome as far as like two guys and a girl, two girls and a guy. I say a threesome is two girls and a guy. Two guys and a girl is a train. That's a busto. Yeah. That's borderline gay, in my opinion. That's just my own personal opinion. That's borderline gay. Either scenario is this, like, of you, a train or a busto is borderline gay. Because either when both of y'all is in there together, that's gay. That's borderline gay because y'all may not touch each other, but y'all can see each other's dicks. That's borderline gay, but then like if it's one after the other individually and you second, that's borderline gay. I'm just saying, whoever's second in line is gay. First, you the winner. Second, gay.
Trigger our installation, emergency medical services, our police, our fire, our emergency medical services to respond, but it's also monitored by the local community, and then we requested assistance. At 11:04, we initial lockdown of the installation, so that is pretty quick. That wasn't me, that was the director of DES and the garrison commanders that immediately made that right call and that decision. At about 11:09, emergency personnel were
It's just the truth. I'm just kicking. I'm just giving my opinion. See, look. All news report differently. Most news report similar. Oh my God, it's a shooting at the military base. What is going on? Is it locked down? Is everybody good? My mind is working a little different, right? And so the way that my mind works, I look at news and I say, was he in a relationship with another man? Like the 14-year-old, right? First thing I wanted to know is she his stepmama? Because they got the same name as me. Once I realized it's stepmama, the second thing I was thinking to myself is, why is his friend defending him so much? Maybe they were in a relationship. I don't know. So I look at my context clues differently. You know, I take my life experiences. I'm not reading from a teleprompter. I'm just telling you what my authentic thoughts are. My first thought is, yeah, dog, it's going down in the military. You know, so the news that y'all get from me, it's a little different than what you're going to get on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. This ain't hood news. This is real news. This is what we going to get to the context clues of what's happening. Somebody sent me a story. I'm going to review it tomorrow. The trans person I was robbing trains. First thing that came to mind is a little different than what you might think. Yep. A little different.
Dispatched to treat the wounded. At 11:35, the shooter was apprehended by the soldiers and the law enforcement. Several behind us and several in the crowd that we recognized earlier. So really what that means, we had about 13 minutes after that first report, we already had people, ambulances, fire, fish and game, military police responded and were on the scene. And then we had local support from the amazing community here. We had the first SWAT team arrive from off post within 20 minutes on site, which is truly incredible. So we're incredibly grateful for the support from the community. I'm incredible for our leadership that trained our soldiers to react this way. And then, as the Secretary said, we're incredibly proud of the soldiers themselves. Thank you.
Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to stand by. I think we have some time that we can talk to them.
Military officials, they're offering an update on yesterday's shooting at Fort Stewart in Georgia, where 5 soldiers were injured. We learned 3 are out of the hospital. 2 of them, both female soldiers, remain hospitalized. 1 on base, could be released this weekend. The other at a hospital.
But see, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, y'all saying that he was getting bullied. But now that I'm getting more details and they saying that 3 of them was female, why he shoot the women? What is it that he shot the women for? Y'all mind don't start to try to figure it out. Okay, wait a minute. So women don't usually get shot that often in the military unless something else is going on, or maybe somebody was sleeping with somebody else. Y'all already giving stories of bullying. They said that he shot the women. Did he shoot them random? Was it just women that was in his way, or was these women that he knew? Was it women that was in his barracks? Like, I don't know. Did he train with him before? Did they ever turn him down? Did one of the women go sleep with somebody else? That was a thing that just the straw that broke the camel's back? I need to know more than just what they're telling me on the surface. I need to know more than what they're telling me on the surface. I'm not just going with the standard rigmarole. Why did he shoot the women? Why did he shoot the women? Why is 3 women recovering? Why did he hit them? I need to know. And that's the way my mind works. I know that we all different, but you're going to have to give me a little bit of grace because, that's just life over here on the Anton Daniels channel.